Okay, so here's another hidden feature. It's really just an add-on. So if you go to the add-ons, go to preferences, and then this one's called MeasureIt. And this is kind of interesting. You can get some exact measurements on your object, and if you're doing something where you want specific dimensions, it's a good way to keep track of that. And if you click it on when you're in object mode, you can see it's there on MeasureIt tools and also in edit mode. Now in object mode, a lot of things are grayed out and you really can't do a lot, but you can click on origin and see where the origin is. And you have to click show, and actually you have to click origin and it'll create this item down there. And if you give it a name and then click show, it'll show the dimensions. If you click text down here, it'll show the text that you gave it. And then you can hit the scale, it'll show you the scale of the object. You can hide the measurement unit or show it. And then if you want to use this link, that's actually between two objects, and it shows you the distance between the two. Now I think I copied the object and dragged it so it automatically made a link in there. But if you click link, you can show it there. And you can hide that one. And So typically when you do that, you would have two separate objects rather than copying one and dragging it. It looks like it had some measurement in there that it didn't seem I could control. But in edit mode, to move on, you have a lot more options that you can do. So here, if you're in edge mode, you can click segment and then show, and it'll show the segment. If you click distances and text, and then you give it, say, a name called height, it'll show you it's 2 meter high. And then we can do this one, segment, make this the width. It'll show it there and say this is the depth. Click that segment again, and there's depth. So there are your dimensions. And then X, Y, and Z, that shows you distances relative to the origin in X, Y, and Z axis. So here's Y, it's showing you 1 meter away at both ends, and then 1 meter away in Z, and then 1 meter away in X. And there are all those dimensions there. And then if you just click and drag over them, you can hide them and then add some more. So if you click a single vertex, and then another one, and then another one, you can click on this angle and you'll get the angle between the three. And you have to do them that way. One edge of the angle, the origin, and then the other edge. And it's the same with the arc. If you do that, it'll show you the entire arc, give you the radius, the length, and then A is the angle, which is 180 degrees in that case. And another thing you could do is just add a label, and there you click a single vertex, you click label, and then like kind of lost the menu there, and you go back down to that label and you just type whatever you want, like type vertex here, and there you go, you can put a little label on there. Now if you were in surface select, you can select, say, the top surface, click area, and then it'll give you the area. And then you can change the color for each of these. You can give magenta there and red there. And let's see, make this one magenta, green there. Let's make that green. I guess that one looks good as kind of red for the angle, the arc, and then this is the area. I'll make that kind of pink color. So there you have it, a bunch of dimensions on your object. You can turn all those on. And the height is kind of in the way, so if I choose another one, and then I click that segment, and then name that one height, then it's not in the way. I guess the width is kind of too, but... And then, let's see, down here, configuration, I really haven't figured out what that affects too much. But now down here, the render, if you want to render a frame, and there's what you see through the camera, and down here, if I render image, there's two different things. The render results is just the object, but then there's a MeasureIt output that's a transparency that you can use in, say you go to compositing, click on use nodes, and here when I was doing this I made a mistake and pulled out the render layers. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is add an image, and here you can click the MeasureIt output. So let's get rid of that and then drag this over here. I have the Node Wrangler add-on, so if I do a Control Shift, a right mouse drag, I'll mix those two. And what I want to do here is use the alpha as the factor. Here I put it in overlay mode and then use the factor, and you can see it kind of adds those on top of the rendered output, so you can get some output that has both your rendered object and then the measures. The measures, it's kind of nice, you have them kind of as a separate entity. So there you go, that's about it. That's the measurement add-on, and you can use it to keep track of how big things are and what the measurements are of your objects if you need so. Okay, that's it. If you like the video, please click like or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.